So good afternoon students, welcome to English class 9th. So in the previous class we have discussed that is first paragraph and second paragraph. I will read out. We have completed first and second paragraph. The grass is also like me. It has to unfurl underfoot to fulfill itself. But what does its wetness manifest? A scorching sense of shame or the heat of emotion. Here Kishwar Mahir, she compares the grass to the woman. She compares grass to the woman. I have told you yesterday. The grass is also like me. As soon as it can raise its head, the lawnmower, obsessed with flattering it into velvet, mounts it down again. As soon as the grass used to grow, the lawnmower means the machine which is used to cut the grass, it will come and it's going to cut the complete grass. After that, the grass will become flat and it's just like a velvet, means it will become smooth. This we have finished in the previous class. Next, third paragraph. How you strive and endure. The meaning of endure is make an effort. To level women down to. How you strive and endure. It is very difficult to grow. But within a fraction of seconds, the lawnmower is going to cut the grass and it's going to do it very flat. With lot of effort, it is going to grow, it's going to come out from the earth. But what was happening? The lawnmower was touching the grass and it's making very flat and it is just like a velvet. Like that, the same way, it has been compared to the woman. Like that, the same way, the woman wants to say something. The woman wants to say her feelings. To level woman down to. The woman is also making down to. To means for the grass also and for the woman also. We are going to suppress the grass also, one side, and other side we are going to suppress the women also. This is the situation of the grass and the women. Both are going to be suppressed with very difficult, with very great struggle. The grass is going out from the earth. But nobody is going to see the struggle, what it has been made. It is going to be cut. And the complete, it will become flat and it's going to just like a velvet. Like the same way of women, with a great struggle, with great hard work, the woman used to have some place, have some position on her. But she has been suppressed. She can't express the feelings in the society and in the family also. Down to means the grass and the woman. But neither the earth nor woman's desire to manifest life dies. Neither the earth nor woman's desire to manifest life dies. बार बार ग्रास कट कर रहे बोल के अर्थ चुप बैठता है क्या? earth is going to grow many grasses, many plants on the earth. If we are suppressing the woman, it means she will not keep quiet. If we are suppressing this side, means once again she had another feeling. She wants to do something. Neither the earth nor the woman, neither the earth nor woman's desires. What are all the desires of the earth? It wants to grow more and more plants on the earth. And what are the desires of the woman? The desires of the woman are, and the desires of the earth is not going to be die. कभी भी नहीं मरता. It may be the desire of woman or it may be the desire of earth. What is the desire of earth? It wants to grow more and more plants. What is the desire of woman? She wants to do something in her life. If again and again we are going to suppress for both, means the desire is not going to die in the life. Both they are going to try once again. So this is in the third paragraph, third stanza. Take my advice. The ideas of making a footpath was good one. Take my advice means Kishwar Nahid is telling that take my idea. The idea of making a footpath was a good one. Idea of making footpath was good one. This is the advice given by Kishwar Nahid. Those who cannot bear the scorching defeat of their courage. Those who cannot bear the scorching defeat of their courage. Scorching means burning woman's feelings. The society is going to burn the feelings of women like the feelings of grass. हम ग्रास को कट करके उसका फीलिंग्स ऐसा सप्रेस कर रहे, ठीक वैसा ही हम वुमेन्स का भी फीलिंग्स क्या कर रहे, बर्न कर रहे. नॉट बर्निंग मीन्स नॉट टेकिंग द मैस्टिक एंड बर्निंग, बट suppressing we can say. Those who cannot bear the scorching defeat of their courage are grafted on the earth. Are grafted on the earth. If we are going to burn the woman's feeling, again it's going to grow just like a grafting. Grafting means, you all know there's a scientific word for this. We can have different kinds of plant. We can have different kinds of plants for only one stem. This is called grafting. If you are going to suppress one, means there is a rise of once more. आप एक को suppress कर रहे और एक क्या हो जा रहा है यहाँ पे? It's going to be grow there. Are grafted on the earth. That's how they make way for the mighty. That is the reason. It may be the grass or it may be the woman, they are becoming strong. Mighty means strong. It may be the grass or it may be the woman. By making like this, they are becoming strong, they are becoming mighty. But they are merely straw, not grass. But they are merely straw, not grass. But how they are? They are merely straw. Straw means dried stalk of grain used as fodder or for thatching or packing. Dry grass we can say. Dry grass. They are not becoming a green grass. They are becoming just like a dried grass. Dried grass. But they are merrily. Merrily means not happily. that spelling is different. Merry, M-A-R-R. Merrily, this merrily is happiness. But what they have given? Merrily means just only, just or only, simply. Simply they are becoming fodder. But they are merrily straw, not grass. They are not a grass. They are dried grass. The grass is really like me. Again the poet wants to tell that the grass is really like me. The grass is really like me. After struggling also, I can't be a grass. I am only the straw, that is the dried grass. After struggling making lot of efforts, I am not becoming a grass. I am just becoming a straw, that is the dried grass. Once again I will read out the poem. The grass is also like me. It has to unfurl underfoot to fulfill itself. But what does its wetness manifest? A scorching sense of shame or the heat of emotion. Second stanza. The grass is also like me. As soon as it can raise its head, the lawnmower is machine which is going to be used to cut the grass. Obsessed with flattering it into velvet, mounts it down again. Means it's going to downhit its head. Down its head. Who is going to down its head? Its head, the grass. By cutting the grass, it's going to like the straight. No, it's going to move its head. How you strive and endure to level women down too, but neither the earth nor woman's desire to manifest life dies. Take my advice, the idea of making a footpath was good one. Those who cannot bear the scorching defeat of their courage are grafted on the earth. That's how they make way for mighty. But they are merely straw, not grass. The grass is really like me. This is the all four stanzas of the grass. Here the poet Ishwar Nahir, she compares completely grass to herself. So let us discuss some of the grammar what is given in your textbook. After the poem, let us discuss that is C1. C1 is question answers. Read the poem silently and answer the following questions after discussing your response in pairs or in groups. So 8 to 9 question answers are given. Discuss yourself. Try to solve that and just provide your question answers. After that, see yourself. The following lines in the table given below according to the figure of speech used in them. The first one has been done for you. Nearly they have given 6 figure of speech. 6 figure of speech is given. Then now the question arises, what is figure of speech? What is figure of speech? I think you have learned in the previous class. If you didn't learn means after this I will take one figure of speech class also. So here just what we have the previous knowledge. With the previous knowledge we try to solve this figure of speech. The first one is given, the grass is also like me. The grass is also like me. You all know that if the word like, so or as is used in a sentence means which figure of speech it is going to be called? That figure of speech is a simile. Simile is comparison we can say. It's going to be, one thing is going to be compared to the other. Here, first one, what is the first one? The grass is also like me. Here, the grass is completely comparing to the woman. We have seen in the poem. The grass is comparing to the woman. And the word, which comparison word is used in our example? Like comparison word is used. If like or as words are used, that is going to be said as simile. Simile is nothing but, we have one more synonym word is comparison. Simile means comparison. But in that comparison, they are going to give the word like, so and as. If these three words we are going to find in their sentence mix, that is going to be called as a simile. So for the metaphor also, we have the comparison for metaphor also. So some specific words are used for the simile, that is like, as and so. Probably they will use like and as. So the grass is really like me. Throughout the poem we have seen that the grass is also like me. The grass is also like me. Me means the poets, that is Kishore Nahir, is nothing but the woman. The grass is compared to the woman. That is the simile. Comparison with a specific words, that is as and like. As I like. If these two words are there in a sentence and there is a comparison, means we have to say that which figure of speech that is, that's a simile. Then second one. As soon as it can raise its head, the lawnmower obsessed with flattering it into velvet moves it down again. Here, as soon as it can raise its head. Which is going to be raise its head in our poem? The grass. The grass. We know the answer. As soon as it can raise its head, the lawnmower is going to cut the grass, obsessed with flattering, and make into flat, it into velvet, moves it down again. This refers the figure of speech personification. Now the question arises, what is personification? Personification is non-living things are compared to the living things. Non-living things are compared to the living things. Here in our complete poem, the grass is compared to the woman. Grass is non-living thing, it is dead thing. The woman is living thing or non-living thing? Woman is living thing. Here in our poem, the grass is compared to the woman. So, if the non-living is compared to the living things, that figure of speech is called as personification. Keep in your mind that, for example, they are going to compare with the earth. So many poems we have related with the earth. Earth is non-living, but so many poems are written on the earth. That is personification. Sun, moon, sky, all these are non-living, but that is going to be compared as a living. That non-living things are to be compared to the living things. That is called as which figure of speech? That is personification. This is second figure of speech. Third one, let us see. Third example. But they are merely straw, not grass. But they are merely straw, not grass. This is metaphor. How we can say that this is metaphor? For that, we should know the definition. Here, metaphor is also comparison. No doubt we can say that metaphor is also comparison, but the comparison words are used in a simile, that is as, like and so. As, like and so. Here in a metaphor there is no specific words are used to compare the things. In metaphor, there is no specific words are used to compare the things. This is implied simile we can say. One more name we can give. Metaphor is implied simile, means as same as simile, but the no words are given in specific words are given in the metaphor. Some specific comparison words are used, that is as, like, so. But here there is no specific words are there only, but there is a comparison. Here also comparison, and in the metaphor is also comparison. But the difference is here the specific words are used for the comparison, and here there is no words are used for the comparison. You see the third example. But they are merely straw, not grass. Here also the grass is going to be compared. But here also the grass is like me. Here also they are comparing. But like word is used in the simile, and there is no specific word used in the metaphor. The next come to the fourth example. Fourth example is fear is the tax that consigns pay to guilt. Fear is the tax that consigns pay to guilt. Here also comparison is there. So this is the comparison. We can call it as a metaphor. If comparison is there, there is no specific word, means we should say that is a metaphor. Then work is food for noble minds. There is a comparison, but no comparison words are there. So it's also called as a metaphor. Then last, sixth one, man needs God as he needs water and oxygen. Man needs God as he needs water and oxygen. Man needs God, जैसा oxygen and water necessary है, the God is also necessary. Here the God is compared. Man needs God as he needs water and oxygen. There is a comparison, and as word is used here. The comparison word, that is as is used. That is the reason it's going to be said as simile. It's going to be said as simile. So these are all the 6 examples we have discussed. So next that is in your textbook they have given a table. You have to classify simile, metaphor and personification. 6 examples are there. In which column simile is to be written, and in which column which example in metaphor you have to write, and personification. You have to bifurcate the examples. Next we come to the appreciation. Second one, appreciation. I will read it. Read the poem silently and choose words from the box that describe the mood of the poet. Give reason for your answer. Give reason for your answer. See, some of the words are given. So what you have to do, you have to read the poem silently, and what you have to do from the box that describe the mood of the poet. Which line or which paragraph is going to be described by this one. For example, tranquil means peaceful, and pensive means think deeply, and contented means take it sadly. These 8 words are given in a box. So what you have to do, for which paragraph, which mood, how the poet of the mood. This has been given in the textual exercise. So next discussion is, that is A2. Look at the following phrases that are associated with certain ideas. These are some ideas from our textbook, from our poem. Match them with the corresponding ideas given in the box below. some of the words are given in the box. First read that one and which idea is suitable for that sentence. You have to write on that. Corresponding ideas given in the box below. The first one has been done for you. One example is given for you. Unfurl underfoot. Unfurl underfoot means they have given try to free itself. Try to free itself. Once again I will read the question. Look at the following phrases that are associated with certain ideas. They have some ideas. Match them with the corresponding ideas given in the box. The idea or the meaning should be same which you are matching from the box. First one is unfurl underfoot. That is try to free itself. Try to free itself. Second one is fulfill itself. What's the meaning? Which word is related to this one? Fulfill itself. Second one, fulfill itself means prosper. Prosper. Then third one, scorching sense of shame. Scorching sense of shame. Scorching sense of shame, which word is related? Embarrassed. The word which is related is embarrassed. Which is related is embarrassed. Fourth one, heat of emotions. Heat of emotion means insult. Which word is related for heat of emotion? That is insult. Then scorching defeat. Fifth one. Scorching defeat means shameful defeat. Shameful defeat. Scorching defeat means shameful defeat. Then sixth one, raise its head. Again and again this word has been repeated in the poem, that is raise its head. Raise its head means try to progress. Try to progress. Try to progress means the woman wants to, she again and again tries to tell something. Then seventh one, make way for the mighty. Make way for the mighty. Which word is going to refer here? Outshine. Try outshine. Outshine refers to the make way for the mighty. That is outshine. Then in the next A3, discuss the answers for the following questions with your partner and then write them in your notebook. Some of the long answers are given. The poet says the grass is also like me. How does she brings out this relationship in the second stanza? All this like this. Two more questions are there. You try to answer and write in a notebook. After that, in the last, they have given a suggested reading. That is also very important. What is this suggested reading? You have a lot of time, so you should read some of the books which are rather than your textbook. Some of the suggested reading books are given, that is The Yellow Wallpaper. Who has written this one? Charlotte Perkins Gilman. I Am Not the Woman. I Am Not the Woman, that is the same writer Ishwar Rahid has written that one. And the third one, Sprouting Grass, translated from Oriya by Jayantra, that is Mahapatra. If you can search in the net and you can read this one. So we have discussed all the grammar part and the complete poem. So without fail, complete each and every exercise in the notebook and question answers in other notebook. So in the next class, we will discuss grammar. Thank you.